In a remote village nestled at the edge of an ancient forest, there lived a woman named Juliana. She was known throughout the land for her enchanting beauty and her mysterious connection with nature. Juliana had a secret. She was the guardian of the Forest of Scales, a sacred place where the ancient spirits of serpents resided. From a young age, Juliana was different. Her hair was long and black, with a hint of green that shimmered in the sunlight. Her eyes, a deep emerald, held a mesmerizing gaze that could captivate anyone who looked into them for too long. She moved with a grace that was almost inhuman, as if she were gliding rather than walking. Legend had it that Juliana's lineage was intertwined with that of a powerful serpent deity who had once ruled the forest. The deity, betrayed by humans centuries ago, had cast a curse upon the land. As the last of her kind, Juliana was burdened with this curse. Each year, on the eve of the autumn equinox, she would turn into a snake, her human form dissolving into scales and coils until the dawn broke. She would spend the night wandering the forest, her thoughts and senses becoming more reptilian, and her memories of humanity fading with each transformation. Despite her curse, Juliana continued to live among the villagers, using her knowledge of herbs and healing to help those in need. The villagers respected her, but kept their distance, fearful of the magic that lingered in her presence. They whispered tales of her transformations, but none had ever seen it for themselves, until one fateful night. As the autumn equinox approached, a terrible drought struck the village. Crops withered, and the river that nourished the land ran dry. Desperate, the villagers sought Juliana's help, begging her to use her powers to bring water back to their parched fields. Juliana, aware of the consequences, warned them of her impending transformation. But the villagers, driven by fear and desperation, insisted. Reluctantly, Juliana agreed. As twilight descended, she ventured into the heart of the Forest of Scales. She knelt by an ancient stone altar, reciting an incantation that called upon the spirits of the forest. The air grew heavy, the sky darkened, and thunder rumbled in the distance. Juliana's skin began to shimmer as the curse took hold. She felt her legs meld together, her skin hardening into scales as she twisted and writhed, transforming into a serpent. For the first time, the villagers witnessed the full extent of Juliana's curse. They watched in awe and horror as she completed the ritual in her snake form, her emerald eyes glowing fiercely in the dark. A sudden downpour erupted from the heavens, quenching the thirsty land. The river swelled, and the fields drank deeply of the long-awaited rain. But as the storm subsided, the villagers realized their mistake. In their desperation, they had forced Juliana to transform in the presence of others, violating the sacred rule that her curse must remain unseen by human eyes. The spirits of the forest, angered by this transgression, intensified the curse. Juliana, now trapped in her serpent form, could no longer transform back into a human. She slithered into the depths of the forest, her human memories fading like the mist. She became a legend, a cautionary tale of the consequences of breaking ancient pacts. The villagers, remorseful for their actions, built a shrine at the edge of the forest to honor Juliana. They left offerings of flowers and fruit, hoping to appease the spirits and earn her forgiveness. Though Juliana's human form was lost forever, it was said that on moonlit nights, her emerald eyes could still be seen watching over the village, a silent guardian of the forest she once loved. The tale of Juliana, the snake lady who turned into a serpent, lived on, reminding all who heard it of the power of the old magic and the delicate balance between humans and the forces of nature.